without further ado, then I would like to give the word to the presentation by Ms. Fauzia Aliu, who is Advocacy and Policy Officer at WaterAid Ghana, and who has pre-recorded the presentation to avoid the connectivity issues, and we will proceed to play it right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Aliu Fauzia. I work with WaterAid Ghana as the Rooted Advocacy and Policy Officer. My presentation today will focus on the challenge with accountability for the realization of rights in practice. It is against the backdrop of challenges in the decentralization process that should support progressive realization of rights for all. It will also look at how WaterAid Ghana seeks to build accountability in the provision of water and hygiene and sanitation in Ghana. Ghana's commitment to protecting and promoting human rights has been rated relatively high. Public awareness and government commitment to protecting human rights have been growing tremendously. However, this may not be so for some marginalized groups living in rural communities. Ghana has ratified the treaties relevant to human rights to water and sanitation and has supported some UN resolutions. Again, Ghana has celebrated the creation of 254 metro, municipal, and district assemblies. Creating more MMDAs is expected to deepen the decentralization process and promoting participation of people, thereby bringing governance closer to the people. However, the needed but difficult reforms that would truly improve the ability of local government in Ghana to provide services are being pursued with less. Challenges with progressive realization of rights. One of the key challenges we have faced and we have identified is the practice of decentralization in itself. The local government is solely responsible for the implementation and accountability at the local level. The standing of the district assembly is clearly stated in the 1992 constitution as the highest political authority in the district, with deliberate legislative executive powers as in Article 241. Thus, in theory, accountability is supposed to be downwards. The planning process driving district development is to be led by communities. That is, technically, they fully participate in the process, such that all development plans are reflective of the needs of the people. However, this is not so. The district chief executive is appointed by government. Thus, accountability tends to extend upwards to line ministries within the central government. This seriously inhibits the ability of assemblies to respond to development of people. The second challenge is the capacity of the MMDAs to deliver the much needed services. Assemblies often lack the capacity in terms of awareness, staff capacity, and others to support the delivery of services to communities, especially marginalized groups. Communities are sometimes unaware and do not know their role in the process. It is however the mandate of the local government to ensure communities are informed and educated on their rights and rules, and to support them participate. This has not been seen. This is not so. For example, we see communities going to assemblies with vows, basically thinking they have to beg or are being favored when some services are rendered to them by the assemblies. WaterAid Ghana is committed to human rights-based approach. Therefore, the principles of HRPA has guided the design of our programs and projects. They strengthen our projects. We have looked at it, we've taken two-pronged approaches. Firstly, we strengthened the demand for rights, using rooted advocacy as a key priority. Secondly, we strengthen the capacity of the state to be responsible by creating knowledge and awareness on rights in general, and especially rights to wash, focusing on the need for participation, non-discrimination, transparency, and accountability. We have had a number of challenges. We try to build sustainability in the measures into our projects and programs, but still issues around sustainability pertains. Another challenge for us in this fight is scaling up of some projects can be challenging. One, due to funds. And we have actually had very exciting outcomes of our projects and programs, and it holds a lot of promise. But we are careful not to do too much of what the local government is mandated to do. There's been growing interest in the communities, but then we are unable to reach out to all communities. We've had a number of lessons that we have taken in implementation of our projects with the right-based approach in mind. One of the lessons we have learned is the assumption that the duty bearer ultimately knows their obligations. We have realized that most of the time they do not. And we also know another lesson is that building a critical mass and a network of communities yields very, very quick responses and results. And there's also the need for communities to keep pushing back on excuses of local government. And we have also seen that some assemblies have prioritized and then deliver much needed services to some communities because of this constant pushback of communities, and they beginning to feel that no, this is not a favor. This is something we are entitled to. So if we can get a critical mass of young people, then we are sure to see a way forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that intervention, bringing the concepts explained by Leo into practice in terms of accountability at the local level and how to bring this progressive realization into practice with, of course, with its challenges, as you mentioned.